many ways have driven Homo sapiens to be really nice, not only in mothering, in caring for young, but in also in picking the right guy. Because here's the two big questions that any smart woman needs to ask herself when picking a mate. The first one is, can this man provide for my offspring, our offspring? And early on, maybe that question took the form of, can this guy kill a mammoth? A really interesting thing about it. Does this guy have the agility, the ability, the endurance, the coordination to be able to take down a big animal and provide high quality food? And one of the other reasons that we've been able to advance in our cognitive ability is because we've been able to eat things with a high fat content. We've been predators for a pretty long time, and that's given us the ability to have a big brain. Okay, so first question, can he kill something? Can he provide for me? And the second question, though, is, will he? And that's a completely different question, isn't it? Is this guy going to stick around? Is this guy going to provide and share? And you can see how answering that question really asks, is this guy moral? Or is this guy a deadbeat? And you can see over time how that women could have selected for more and more moral gentlemen, which is a very interesting thought. And it doesn't have to just stop there, too. I mean, you can even make an argument that our brains are peacock tails, and that our ability to be able to empathize and work with each other in any advanced level shows a great ability to have to be very intelligent. If you can understand the theory of mind very, very well, you can negotiate with people at a high level. That says something about your intelligence. And your intelligence, since your brain is a full half of your genetic code, half of your genome is nothing but dealing with your brain. And if half of your genes are good, that speaks a heck of a lot of the rest of your half, whether it has deleterious mutations in it or not. So, you pick a moral guy, you get an intelligent guy. You get an intelligent guy, you get a guy with good genes. And you increase your likelihood that your offspring will survive the next generation. Interesting, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And I've heard how this can even be vouched for, and I can't remember which one it was, but there is a program that I watched with Richard Dawkins where he went to what do you call it? An artificial insemination, a clinic, yeah. What do you call that? Sperm bank? Sperm bank, that's the word I'm looking for. He went to a sperm bank and basically asked a simple question: what do women choose? When it's not about a relationship, when it's not about getting married or anything like that, but it's just about sperm. What do women choose? And it ended up not being the most attractive guy. It's not the model. It's not the CEO. It's not the rich guy. It's not the funny guy or the powerful guy. It's the nice guy. Is this guy, does he donate blood? Does he volunteer? Is he involved in the community? Does he care about his family? Those were the profiles that were selected for. And I think that's been true for a really, really long time, and can be an explanation for why we're moral. So, let me give you a couple take-homes. Why do I think this is important? Why do I feel morally compelled to talk about this in summation? And just a couple thoughts. One of the reasons is that, I really think it's true that you act the way that you think that you are. If you think that you're a generous person, you will be a generous person. If you perceive yourself to be an honest person, you are going to be an honest person. How you perceive yourself has a large effect on how you act. I heard somebody telling a story about how that very early on, they were told that their family is givers. There's two kinds of people in the world. There are takers and there are givers. This is what this father was telling his son. And he said, and we are the givers. And I don't know if you guys can relate to that kind of sentiment of feeling like in your heritage, the Waltons. We are, and I have several thoughts, but I'll fill those in later. We are the blank, put in some positive quality. You think of your family as embodying that. That's your identity. You might as well just replace your last name with that quality. And I think that is true with understanding our history. That when we understand that our success as a species has been for the very simple reason that we have cooperated for a heck of a long time. That we have needed each other for millions of years. That our society's success, our species' success, has been because during times of an ice age, we've realized, hey, sharing is a pretty good idea. Dealing morally with each other works. Being nice works. Nice guys finish first. And also, and kind of to tie this up with maybe a Unitarian theme, is that, I think it breaks my heart that continents like Africa, you can basically put a big line down the middle and divide that between Saharan Muslim and Sub-Saharan Christian. And that continent has this huge schism between those two factions, simply because of disagreement on ideology, on religion. And that families are broken apart. That wars are fought over ideology. When instead of breaking ourselves up and thinking of our most core fundamental identity as being a certain religion, that we can start to think of ourselves as a much broader, more inclusive group, Homo sapien. That we are the same species, and that my good is your good. Rising tide raises all boats. That when you're better off, I'm better off. And if we are able to shift our thinking from this very small, myopic, ideology-focused way of thinking, that we can start to broaden ourselves, and maybe we can create a nicer, more moral, more empathic society. And maybe we can be better off with it. So that's my little soapbox. So
thank you very much.
You have a gift for teaching.
it's a pleasure.